No unique procedures needed. The object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the light box. The information on the image belongs to a patient named Scooter. The object allows para-utilitarians to forcefully seize an individual's brain meats. The seized individual becomes brain to the user. The effects last until death. Once released, the seized subject explodes as a result of the psychic trauma. A janitor named Scoots McGee found the object at St. Anne's Hospital in Wilmington. Soon the building's occupants were subsumed into the
It's a
mass
really nice
by
building.
him. The Bureau dispatched an emergency response team to pry the people out of the subsumed mass, the perpetrator as well, and also pry the item out of the mass. It was like this big jelly thing. It was horrible. Fatalities numbered
like
in the ones. For operational details, see case 26 HQ 452.
Yeah. Nope, you're right. You got it.
Discovered in the home of Agent
Scooter.
Scooter. Yeah, it's the same guy.
They hired Scooter.
After his young daughter complained of being followed by her rubber duck. According to Agent Scooter, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of a child's imagination, until he began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. It was discovered that Agent Scooter was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. Agent Scooter has been terminated. Oh no.
Fuck off, Scooter.
His career didn't last very long.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Rubber duck doesn't fall far from the bathtub.
No, it doesn't.
Unless it's this one.
The idea that items can create other items is a problematic thing in this universe.
I like that they've got panopticons.
Yeah. There's a lot of really good wordplay in and like great use of vocabulary in this game.
But you know what a panopticon is, right?
Yeah, it's what you get when you eat too much ice cream and then your head hurts real bad. And then they have to take you home because you won't stop crying. And you just won't stop crying.
Marshall is waiting for you in the luck lab, just down
And
the
then
hall.
you smoke a big cigar.
Just a baby drinking coffee.
Always drinking coffee.
Smoking big cigars.
For some reason, always drinking coffee is the funny part to me.
For me, it's the fact that they are big cigars.
Of course they're big cigars. Maybe it was a nice train. Maybe it was a good train.
It's probably a good train.
Fucking, now I'm just hearing Stacy's mom, but to the tune of, Where Is My Mind? And man, that album's real good.
It's a treasure,
That album,
truly.
It's very good. Stacy's mom got it going on. And I fucking hate that song.
It's a terrible song.
I love Where Is My Mind, but I fucking hate Stacy's Mom as a song. And the fucking very end when it's like, ooh, and it's like, Mom. What a fucked up song. Did your mom come back from the pool? Neil Ciceriga is real good. I hope he notices me someday.
You could probably tweet at him and get a reply, maybe.
Probably. Hold on, I'll do it live.
Do it live.
That's right. I'm gonna tweet at Pat Stares At, because for some reason that's the first thing that shows up on my fucking page. Hey Pat, tell Neil Ciceriga that he's real cool.
You gonna try and daisy chain this, get as many as you can in one go?
That's right. Oh, this must be him. Must be, Neil Chernibaga. Fucking awesome. Dude, that's great. His photo, if this is the right guy that I'm thinking of... Let me show... Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's totally him. He's just got a picture of fucking Chernobog. It's good. Done. Tweeted.
Good job.
I have used the social media.
You did
No
it.
one can tell me that I'm not a part of our culture as a whole. I'll report back to you when the time is necessary. Phase 1 of the S3 plan is completed. Moving on to Phase 2.
Oh, that thing that I did was such a bad idea.
What thing did you do?
I spent a bunch of materials. And I shouldn't have done it, because now it's going to take forever for me to get Pierce. But you know what? Sunken cost, I might as well get something for it.
You might as well.
Sunken cost tells me that I might as well get something.
Also, I don't know if it's just me, but the way that these games dole out these kinds of upgrades, I would imagine that you'll probably start getting, like, required materials in greater frequency.
Probably.
Way out in the water, see him swimming. There are actually more outfits in this game than I had originally considered. I originally thought that there were like 2 or 3. There's, I think, more than 10.
I'm happy that there's a lot.
Yeah, and they're all pretty good. They're all, like, understated but stylish in a way that I like.
As they well ought to be.
And you know something else, though? I think Jessie's, like, outfit, her default outfit, might be my favorite. Because Remedy does a really good job just designing their characters.
Well, I'll tell you right now that I'm probably going to gravitate towards the coat when I get it, because understated,
cool.
Not really my style.
That's fine. I love coats. If a game gives me the opportunity to wear a coat, I'll probably wear it. Luckily, the code is not something that you can't run into.
What the? Can I just pick up this plant?
Yeah, that's right. Take it. It's yours now. You're the director. Who's gonna stop you?
Well, I guess it's mine.
Yep. It's a 4-leaf clover.
Does that do anything?
Well, 4-leaf clover brings you good luck. So take it and see if you can deposit it somewhere else, maybe.
Oh, this is totally a puzzle.
Yeah.
This is like 100% a puzzle.
Who needs good luck? It's a horseshoe.
These are all good luck charms, I'm assuming. Look at all these guns that suck because they're not magic.
Yes, these are all good luck charms. The coin
Congratulations on your
paw,
appointment, Director Phaeton.
that has a name, but
I'm
I
Henry
don't
Marshall,
remember what the name of that
Head of
statue
Bureau
is.
Operations.
But yeah, they're all good
Zachariah's
luck.
dead then. And I assume you
Her
found his
coat's
gun.
pretty damn cool.
Yep.
Just call me Jessie. Trench told me to
It's
find
like
you.
a
He said you could
cooler,
help.
more
And he told you this
well
through
put
the
together
holo.
version of what's
Makes
it
sense.
out for?
None of this phases her? Really?
Max
Here's the
dumbass.
situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through.
Here's a detail that I really
We'll have
like
to lock the door behind you.
about the outfit
Sorry,
that you're
but
wearing.
We can't risk
Yeah.
a breach.
Underneath her jacket, she's just got like a straight up, like a black tank top, right? With an
Uh-huh.
undershirt. It's not centered perfectly. As
It's
somebody
not.
who often wears black tank tops under leather jackets, I can tell you it is a fucking hassle to get those things to be perfectly centered. You just don't like to do it. And it's just so slightly off-centered on her character model. I appreciate that detail. It's very subtle and very real.
I see rangers over there. We have to help them.
Takes me back to all those times I got in some pretty bad trouble for wearing an outfit like that at work. And I was like, motherfucker, I live in Florida. I'm not about to wear like a collar, right? You have no idea. Ritual division. God, the look of this room is very striking and very pretty. I'm a fan of what I see.
There's one of those stupid orbs around here somewhere. Oh, here it is.
I think the thing that I really like about the lighting in this area is that if this were any other game, there would be big red shafts of God ray light whenever you look at it from like one side of the room to the other horizontally. And this one is like, no, it's just a light source. It's just a very harsh light source that happens to have a color. It doesn't need
Doesn't need
Fallout
to be overbearing.
Todd rays. No.
Todd rays.
Yeah, that's right. Todd rays are my favorite, like, version of that.
Oh, there's more of them.
Right next to calling him Todd Coward.
Todd Coward is real good.
Todd Coward is the best thing to come out of Fallout 4.
Ah, shit, those dudes are all dead.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Seems that way. Come on,
Bebop.
game, work with me.
Although the guide would tell me that there are like 14 and 21 respectively. Wow, those dust effects. Every time I see it, I'm just like, holy shit. No wonder this game runs like garbage. It's amazingly it's amazing. Now maybe it's not as impressive as I make it out to be, right?
I think it's gorgeous.
Right, and maybe it's me playing like Codename Kids Next Door on the GameCube on my fucking Dolphin too much. That I look at this and 10 hours in, I'm like, this is gorgeous or whatever. 6 hours, I guess, at this point. But no, the game looks fantastic.
Got it.
Good job. I think credit ought to be given where it's due. I also really need to see a version of this game running with ray tracing.
Yeah, you and me both.
We turned on ray tracing for the Spider-Man PS5 stuff, and oh my god, it's like, yep, that's all you needed was just to be able to see Spider-Man crawling in the reflection of the windows, and this game is amazing.
I'll tell you what, though, if there's one thing I'd totally be down for, it is... Hold on, where's the communications department? Oh, it's not far. Need to go to the mailroom. Anyway, as I was saying, I would totally be down for, like, a game like this, like, I guess a sequel to Control that takes the X-Files angle to full tilt and just puts you out in, like, a city. And, like, here's Bigfoot. Here's the thing from the other side. And you just go around solving mysteries. But you've still got, like, the gun and all the superpowers, and maybe a cool car.
I would like a version of this that, along those same kind of lines, takes the X-Files approach of, like, a monster a week.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, you could even travel to different towns, right?
Right.
Like, you could make it level or chapter-based, and you could do, like, a Life is Strange 2 thing, where you're just kind of... Each chapter is a new city on the road.
Right, that would be cool.
I would be very down for that.
I would be super down for that.
Because this game, it's like 80% SCP and 20% X-Files, and if they went 50-50, I would be a lot happier, I think.
Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting the use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant that it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Marshall.
Yep, I mean, this place is a working office environment for sure.
Maybe
it's
don't
ultimately
go in
one of my favorite things about the way this works is just like you get the office flavor of like super redacted, everything is buttoned down, and then you also get the office flavor of like, man, I'm just fucking coming in here and doing my shift, and I kind of don't like the people that I work with. I told the boss told me, and the boss told you, alright? I get it. Just do your job, shut up, get back to work.
Honestly, I love any game where shooting the shit out of a guy stuns him until you stop him.
It reminds me of Wild Tom. You're going to be a real big fan of the way non-lethal XMP and stuff work in Phantom Pain, because that is so sad. guns that feel super, super good in a stealth game that you're probably going to not want to kill people in, right? So then they're like, well, what if we just made all of these bullet guns and they just turn into, like, hit stun factories?
Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users. Oh boy, fucking no. I'm not even gonna try. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending.
I believe that's Patrick Struzans, Rubens Nogueira, Arto Kolomaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, and someone else. I can't read it because Twitch is deciding to freeze and unfreeze as it sees fit.
Twitch is as Twitch does, and Twitch does twitchy video footage.
Twitch lives up to its name.
That's right.
Twitch and Discord both.
This is the mailroom. This is not the communications department.
Yes, the mail room. I believe this is the room where the mail comes.
This map can be a little hard to read at times. Because I can't tell if that blue thing is the communications department or if that big one below it is.
Well, I can tell you that this spinning circle that looks like a buffer, I can tell you what that is.
Well, there's no way it's a buffer.
The darker that your room gets, the further back it is in the map.
Yeah, it's a lower floor, but I can't tell what the communications department label actually applies to.
I would imagine that because it's legible that it would be the top.
You could be forgiven for thinking that, yes.
Or that it might in fact encompass multiple floors?
That's something I also consider.
Like maybe the communications department is like this section of the building.
Maybe.
Also, it's executive / communications department.
Well, executive is this floor.
Right. Oh, there it is. Just follow the red. You want to know the type of person that I am, Bix?
What's that?
Final Fantasy XIV is a game that I enjoy, and it has every once in a while, every couple of months or so, it'll have like, hey, we're doing, a free login campaign. For these days, you can log in without having to pay, and we'll start it here and we'll end it here, right? I downloaded Final Fantasy XIV in its entirety and signed back in and did all of the jumping through hoops nonsense so that I could play it. And I was like, yeah, alright, I'll play it for about 3 or 4 days. And I waited, and waited, and waited until the last day that it was going to be online. And then I tried to log in, and it was like, yeah, sorry, it's down. It's not happening.
Good job. Only
and then
you.
I uninstalled it. Yeah, that's it. And I uninstalled it. Like, I was only interested in playing it for, like, that amount of time, I guess. I only became interested once I knew that it was going away. And you know, I might say that's accurate for how I approach games in general. Is like, I will probably, I'll go years without giving something the time of day, and then if I notice that it's starting to leave or that it might not be like archived properly, I'll go out of my way to dig it up and see what I can find, and maybe try and catalog it and keep it somehow. Like, preservation for me is a bigger deal than actually playing a lot of games. I find that super interesting, which I only bring up because, you know, of the game that we're playing and everything, but
Preservation,
the concept...
cataloging, archival, and containment.
Exactly. Archival and just keeping something alive, I guess. Preservation and archival are extremely important and interesting to me. You know, we had a lot of very interesting written material for plays that very famously either burned down or were lost to time, and a lot of Shakespeare's works were destroyed, and like the erasure of art, especially now when there's no excuse for it in the modern age. It's something that I as a person, I didn't expect to be quite as moved by it when I was younger, but as I've grown into an adult, it's like, this is something I didn't think I was going to care so much about, but now I care very much about all of it. All of the hoops that I've gone through to try and get, you know, all these old consoles hooked up so that we can record stuff from them. Like, I want to see these games while I'm still in a position where, you know, it'll be...
Where it's possible.
Yeah, before, like, footage of these things itself becomes somehow illegal or not able to be circulated, you know?
Mm-hmm. And it will. Oh, it
Yeah.
will. Just you wait.
Well, keep in mind, content like this, like streaming content, is technically still not actually possible legally on like an unmodded PlayStation 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because HDCP is still turned on, and in order to get it to go away, you have to strip that from the signal, which is doable. You can do it a number of different ways, but like, Sony does not want you to stream content from their older consoles at all.
And they're just going to have to fucking deal with that.
I think that's really stupid.
Altered item number 52A.
I mean, how else are you going to...
I will begin by introducing...
How else are you going to...
First, a low voltage
pay proper homage to your legacy, right?
Right.
No response.
Especially with a brand like fucking PlayStation, which has existed for almost as long as video games have been relevant, and continues to lead the industry. Is like,
next, a series of
this stuff
will be
kind of
applied,
can't go away.
each with a different value on the pH scale from 0 to 14.
Food for thought.
I thought the pH scale was -7 to 7.
No response to any value.
I believe you're
Next,
correct.
I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words?
pH scale, no, is
If you can understand my words.
pH scale is 1 to 14.
No response. This concludes session 2.
But 7
We'll need
is
time
neutral.
to prepare further tests.
So it is a 7 on 7, like, to acid to base.
Right.
But it's all 1 to 14 as a continuum.
Here's that weird-ass rubber duck that Scooter found.
Quack, quack.
It's got screen effects on it.
Le duck. The Duke of Ducks.
Got anything else here? Doesn't seem like it. Now this here
It's a
looks
ne-
like a shot from The Division. You'll see it
Just
in a
like-
second.
Yeah.
This way to the lab?
Hey, you know what?
Okay.
The Division was a pretty game too.
You
It's
must
a
like
shame
these
that the
HRAs.
fucking sequel
Sounds like Darling
squandered
built
everything
them.
about it.
And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's
Oh
not
man, Twitch is
dead
not liking this delay.
or taken over.
Twitch is loving the
Yes.
delay, rather. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying here. Police tape, Todd rays, lots of papers on the floors.
And just the lighting
Multiple
composition of the shot.
Yes. Very sterile and cold blues.
It could totally be a subway in New York.
Yes.
I really
Only
wanted
with-
to see what would happen if I popped one of those open while I was standing on it.
You let me here. Any idea how to make it work?
I wish I had more to say, except this 30-second delay is pretty bad. It seems like the delay is increasing.
You took notice of
Oh,
it,
y-
you jinxed it.
You've made it to the HRA.
You can tell what kind of delay we're working with here based on how the commentary is.
If it seems like I've stopped for a long time, it's because I don't want to talk over any potential cutscenes that might be happening, or might not be happening.
If you're talking about something else entirely, there's probably a big delay.
That's right, Schrodinger's cutscene.
Hello again, Director. It appears we
And
have
you
a new
might say,
problem.
that
We need to
seems
get
like a
the
difficult
HRA
way to
machine
run a stream.
I've
And I might
replaced a
say,
couple of
yeah,
spark
you know
plugs,
what,
but
sure is. I wish
This looks a bit more
I wish this
complicated.
worked a little bit
Darling
better.
must have had a system.
Yeah.
Because this game
Randomness
deserves
isn't
it.
in his nature. The punch cards.
This
the
game
symbols,
deserves like
the
crisp
terminals.
and clear
How
to
do
the
they
second
connect?
commentary.
I'll see what I can do.
God damn it. We could be using the Discord stream if it didn't gimp the performance even more.
That's correct. But it's okay, because for every moment that the Twitch delay pushes us further and further away from usable commentary, I just steep back into fanfiction.net. What's Commander Shepard doing with Alan Wake this time?
Why is this my life?
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
Okay, so my connection is dropping in and out here. I'm trying to keep an eye on it so that I don't sound like a horrible robot, as opposed to all those other times where I sound like a horrible robot. So if I drop out for a couple seconds, it's because I'm trying to avoid stuttering modem sounds. Yeah, that's right, which I have managed to avoid doing. It still astounds me that fucking Metal Gear Solid 2 manages to have an underwater timed escort mission, and it's actually fine.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
It goes for the trifecta.
The
And
trifecta
it's-
of horrible shit in video games.
And it's fine. It's
Fine.
it's not even hard. The worst thing about it is that when you go underwater in MGS2, your visibility is low.
I'm supposed to be the smart one here, I think.
What's your conundrum?
Trying
These
to figure
whiteboard
out
drawings may be important.
where this goes.
I believe that that there is a hole in your pocket where the money should go. That's the best advice I can tell you without actually looking at the screen.
I'm just gonna try to brute force it and see what happens.
What do the symbols mean, Jesse?
Put that one there. How dare you make me solve puzzles?
The last room I was in not too long ago specifically told me how dangerous it was to think. So why am I thinking? What, do you want me to blow up the facility with my incredible brain power?
Well, I think we'd better think of something. I think we'd better think of something. I'll think of something. And I think we'd better think of something. This is so much more thinking than I thought I would have to do today. I'm not a fan.
What if I told you that it was
I think
less
that's
complicated
correct.
than it seemed?
Yeah, well... Who the fuck told you I was supposed to be the smart one? Huh?
I think I did.
How dare you?
I think I like to claim to be stupid, so I was like, well, Bix is genuinely pretty smart. What if I just said that he was smart and then pretended that nothing else mattered, right? So that way, anytime something goes wrong, I can just shirk off the responsibility by pretending to be stupid.
Oh yeah, make me deal with it.
That's right. If we had an average of 3 viewers on stream, which we don't, I could make an emote or sorry, like a looping GIF of Jesse just pressing the button over and over again.
That should be like our sub notification is that.
Yes. I'm a big fan of Nosferatu, but also that's a good one.
I see these, but... Damn you, Dr. Darling, and your punch cards.
Damn you, Dr. Darling! Your HRA bullshit!
You know what?
You made me solve puzzles! I'll kill you for this! What?
I'm gonna try the dumb solution for idiots.
Okay. You're just gonna put like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
That's right. Let's see if this works.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect you already know the answer.
Would it help you to know that only one of them is, like, corresponding letter to number?
No, that's not helpful. That just confuses me more.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put that one there. Nobody can stop me.
Nobody can stop you.
Also, I'm a big fan of any game where you can jump from a height and leave a crater.
Yeah, absolutely. I miss Prototype.
We miss Prototype every day.
Every day we stray further from Prototype's light. Kiryu would have just punched one of these terminals and solved it.
Like he punched that statue.
Yeah.
Oh hey, something I can do instead of this. Break up the monotony a little.
It's okay. Hold on. Here's another passage from Eric Nyland's The Fall of Reach. When a brash street kid from Philly moves to a West Coast zip code, even posher than 90210, cultures are sure to clash. But not to worry. The kid is Will Smith. Okay, go to the first one.
Okay. Should I
So
round
the
up all the
one-
punch cards first?
Yeah, grab all your punch cards. You want to have them all together for this. Oh, do you think you got it?
Maybe?
So basically the thing that's going on with this puzzle is The ones that are, if you look around at the whiteboards, you notice that certain combinations are X'd out. And the idea is that it's about shifting variables, right?
Right.
So certain cards in certain orders can be like shifted around, like it's not 1-to-1.
Let nobody say that I figured that out on my own, because I didn't.
It's interesting. It is a very interesting puzzle.
I still don't understand it. I'm looking forward to coming back to this game later on my own time
The
and
prism's
trying to
shattered.
understand it.
Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan.
It is
We
a
need more
good
Blackrock
puzzle.
prisms to
Like
make this machine
like
work. Darling
this
has
is
another
like
lab
a
down in the
90s
Blackrock
adventure
processing site in
game
maintenance.
level
That
puzzle.
must be where he keeps the prisms.
Of wait, I
I've
actually
been
kind of have to
maintenance
think
already.
and
I can
apply
find my way.
But how long?
apply
Deductive
certain concepts to
reasoning.
this.
Nothing here is
Yes.
simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it. I'm the only one who can help.
Fine. I'll get the prisms first.
Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden.
Also point out that
Here,
it was
you'll need
not
this key card.
like super easy
Thanks.
to like explain that with a
Emily
delay.
Pope has set up a
Yeah.
base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
It's a good thing I was kind of
Right.
able to brute force it
I'll
at the
move out
end.
immediately.
Yes.
And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Our reward is exposition.
Our reward is more Dr. Darling. And the smoking man.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.